Okay, as you know, 12 days ago, I had dinner with President Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief.
What's going on, you guys? Today we have Kulinski slamming Bill Maher. Bill Maher is groveling to Trump. It gets pretty nasty out here. I'm giving my commentary as well. Let's watch.
I've been warning everybody about this for a long time. I mean, my ass has been Paul Revere on YouTube saying, Bill Maher's going full MAGA, dog. He's going full MAGA. He can't stop himself. He's got that big contrarian streak in him, and he hyper-focuses. This is what happens, man. It's when these people start hyper-focusing on whatever disagreements they have with the left are, you know it's only... That train is never late. It's only a matter of time until the mask comes off. So let me walk you through this. Now, we already covered this. I covered it when we learned that Bill Maher was going to go to dinner with Trump. Kid Rock invited Bill Maher, and Trump apparently agreed. We covered it when we first learned it. Then we covered it when he made his first comments before going to the dinner, right? Well, now it's all out in the open. It's all public. And it looks like Bill Maher opened his show by talking about his dinner with Trump. Now, take note of what he's trying to do here. And as y'all see, he's trying to frame it like, who, me, bro? I'm like above the fray and stuff, bro. And what I mean by that is like, yeah, I disagree with him on plenty of things. I also agree with him on some things, bro. And I was just going in there because we got to like have conversations and stuff. What we need to do is have conversations and then afterwards have conversations about having conversations. And bro, everybody's got to like, why can't we just believe in like reason and discussion and stuff, bro? And so, yes, I went and I why would I not go, bro? Why would I not go? Like, it's that whole shtick, trying to be above the fray. Oh, I'm sort of in the middle. But here's the most important point. There's a difference between what he's saying and then what the perception of it is. And that's where the real evidence is, right? That's the sauce of what are people hearing when you give, this breakdown.
And right here, I'm just playing this part of the clip because I think it's funny that, everything that Kyle is saying about Bill Maher. And I think it's interesting that Bill Maher is friends with Kid Rock. And it's funny also that Kid Rock is having dinner with President Trump. They're just one and the same. Kid Rock is not even like he grew up. If anyone listens to Kid Rock, I really feel bad for you guys if you do. But Kid Rock makes this music that's like supposedly supposed to, his target audience is like, oh, I don't give a damn. I'm a blue collar, just tough American worker. He grew up, his father, Kid Rock's dad owned like however many car dealerships around the area. He lived in Michigan. I think he had an entire barn and an orchard, I can't even say it, on his yard. And this dude's out here, same type of get up as Trump. They're both just like, oh, yeah, we're both, just like you guys. We're both just like you idiot, you people. We love, hey, America, yeah. It's just funny to me.
And I'm going to show you, it is crystal fucking clear what people's perception of what he said is. So here we go. Let's dive into it, and we'll break it down as we go. The death of Bill Maher, effectively, is what we're looking at here. Homie is washed, and he's going out super sad. Here we go.
And now for what I know you've all been waiting for, I'd like to give you my book report on my visit to the White House. Okay, as you know, 12 days ago, I had dinner with President Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian. And he's
that is the classic dodge where you can have whichever one of the Rogan Sphere podcast bros who's also a comedian. They get into like super serious political issues with incredible real world consequences. And then when they get criticism, when they get pushback because they're wrong about something, it's, bro, I'm just a comedian, bro. Why you coming after me, bro? I'm just a comedian, dog. Jeez, like you want to fucking take political advice from a comedian? Well, then why the fuck were you just talking about politics for fucking 7 hours straight? If you can't handle the pushback, if you can't handle disagreement, if you can't handle being fact-checked, it's such a weak fucking dodge. And notice, he was like, I wasn't there to sign a treaty or anything, bro. Don't be ridiculous. Then watch, he's going to go into a long talk here about how we discussed the issues and we got into the merits and the substance. Well, what happened? Was it, you weren't there for a serious political reason and it was all shits and giggles and you didn't talk politics at all? Or did you talk a lot of politics? And wasn't that the point? So it is kind of like you're going in there as a representative of, you think, the left and, trying to get to the truth of the situation. So you can't have it fucking both ways.
They probably didn't talk about politics at all. They might have talked about which smoked salmon brand is the best, but that's as far as divisive as the conversation is going to get. We know that Bill Maher is just a bootlicker, that he is just going to say whatever fits the vibe. He doesn't want to step on any toes. And hey, there's no actual questioning going on, especially if you're in between Kid Rock and Donald Trump. What the hell are you actually going to be listening to in a conversation? That's like the nightmare blunt rotation.
Powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every minute.
He said it. This is a guy who supported Bernie Sanders in 2016. He was one of the toughest critics of the Bush administration, ripped Bush on the Iraq War and the financial crisis. He was, for a long time, viewed himself as, I am the left flank of the Democratic Party. Like, I'm an independent who caucuses with the Democrats, but I'm to the left of the Democrats. This was his shtick for so fucking long. And then now, he went from supporting Bernie in 2016 to Amy Klobuchar in 2020, which is already a shift to the right. And then now he's doing the above the fray. I'm a centrist-minded person, bro. I'm happy he said that. Because at least it's on the record now. At least we now know. Now, functionally, what you guys are about to see is this. Over 90% of people who describe themselves as centrists, they effectively are more on the right. So you guys know this, I've talked about this before, but there's your nominal label of what you are politically, and then there's what you are effectively, and those are different things. So somebody could say, I label myself a communist or whatever. I'm an anarchist, I'm a communist, I'm far left, I'm whatever. But then if you talk about politics for a living, and the majority of the stuff you talk about ends up bolstering the right, supporting the right, making people go to the right, view the left as the crazy people, then I'm sorry, you're not the label of yourself that you say you are. That's just your nominal label. Effectively, you are on the right. It's like, think about it from the perspective of Tim Pool, right? Or a Russell Brand. Those sorts of people who, I'm just a liberal, bro. I'm an old school liberal, or I'm like a lefty, bro. But here, go look at my video library, and 98% of the time I'm talking about something, it's shitting on Democrats.
And this is why I'm playing this clip today, because I think it's important to establish your own values and to be able to speak up about your own values. You have people that will blindly follow these spokespeople, whether someone follows Bill Maher, whether someone follows Russell Brand, if someone follows this channel, God forbid, I'm just playing. But you think for yourself, someone should have to follow their own spirit that's calling inside of them. Someone should follow what's going on and what they see. Like what do they actually believe based off of their experience, based off of what they've learned. Do not blindly follow all of these people, such as a Bill Maher, such as a Kyle Kulinski even. I mean, you can agree with different things that they're saying. I think it's very important. But to just straight up co-sign, you're starting to fall into just worshiping these random people on the internet or these random people on the TV. But look, let me know what you guys think. That's really it for today. It's another day in the progressive way.